Hi everybody! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kate Swarthout and I am an independent ambassador for Plexus Worldwide. And today, for our first Talk About It Tuesday, I wanted to talk about Candida, otherwise known as yeast. Now, we are born with Candida in our bodies, in our gut, and it's actually a really good thing. But the problem is that because of our unhealthy lifestyles, we tend to get an overgrowth of yeast. We get imbalance in our gut. And what that does is that imbalance and that overgrowth of yeast can cause a whole rash of really bad problems and bad symptoms in our bodies. So what can cause a yeast overgrowth and what can cause that balance to get tipped? Well, let's see, stress. I can think of all of us are probably really stressed in our lives in one way or another. Also, our unhealthy diets, all the processed food that we eat, a lot of carbohydrates with that unrefined flour and sugar, all of that kind of stuff, unrefined carbohydrates. Antibiotics, unfortunately, can cause that balance to get tipped. So can drinking sodas and caffeine and alcohol. So unfortunately, when we do get that balance of the good bacteria and the bad bacteria in our gut, when that balance gets off and we do get those yeast overgrowths in our body, like I said, it can cause a whole rash of things to go wrong. Things like brain fog, not being able to remember things clearly, things like dandruff and psoriasis. It can show up on your skin, fatigue, muscle aches and pains, bowel issues, indigestion issues, and a whole lot of other symptoms. Pretty much seems like almost anything can be attributed to a yeast overgrowth. Now the good news is it's preventable, it's treatable, and there's something that you can actually do about it to get the balance of the good and bad bacteria in your gut back to where it should be. And what you can do is take a really good quality probiotic. Now Plexus has the ProBio 5, which is our probiotic, and our ProBio 5 has 5 strains of probiotic in it. Each capsule has 2 billion live probiotic cells in the capsule, in each capsule, and the recommended dosage is 2 a day, so you can imagine how great that is. But what makes Plexus ProBio 5 probiotic different than other probiotics on the market is that not only does Plexus have the good probiotic, the good bacteria to replenish your gut and and get that balance back in track, but it also has enzymes that are eating away at all of that bad bacteria, that bad flora, that bad yeast overgrowth. So they're eating that away, flushing that out, flushing those toxins out, and then replacing it with the good bacteria. So it's really a win-win situation. So I suggest if you want to research more about gut health and about yeast overgrowth, go ahead and do so. If you want to learn more about Plexus and about the ProBio 5, please give me a call. Okay, see you next week. Thanks.